Good day to you, Codger Biker here. And just how exactly did that water leak from last year turn out? Recently, during a conversation with TNC 530, I realised I had not updated last year's leak situation. I had meant to do so, but I wanted to see how it went first to be sure. And now, over a year has gone by. So many people won't know, I bought this bike back in March 2019. It was one of the first. So as an early adopter, I decided to document every event, both good and bad, of the ownership experience. It's fair to say it has been mixed, but I have no regrets. I still love this bike. Anyhow, there is a playlist which I'll link at the end after the credits if you don't know about it. There are 80 plus videos just on this bike, a record of what has happened. Mostly great stuff. But one downer was a water leak around 1500 miles. It started with a faint waft of steam on startup, barely noticeable, but progressed to a full-on nighttime urination. The cause was a loose hose clip. The clip would take a few seconds to tighten, if you could reach it. It appears that virtually every 790 adventure, both S and R, has suffered incontinence from here at some point or other. For most, it's just a matter of tightening it. A few others have seemingly had the thermostat housing replaced also. So after tightening mine, which was not easy, it kind of depends how your clip is sitting, I decided to wait and see whether this was the end of the matter. So I topped up the expansion bottle and carried on riding. Except that's not the full story. Chris in Stockholm, hello Chris if you're watching, told me to check inside the radiator. He said the expansion bottle does not top up the radiator after a leak. It may do so if everything is watertight, but after a leak you need to refill the radiator. So I checked, and yes, the radiator required about 200 millilitres of coolant. As I did not specifically document this at the time, I've decided, after a conversation with TNC 530, who's just undergone a similar experience, I decided to document checking up the radiator. Both because I figure it might be of use to someone else, but also because I entirely forgot all about the leak. And that was nearly 3,000 miles ago. I have to say, at no time did the bike overheat. I caught mine in time. TNC 530 reports that he lost a bit more fluid, and his bike did not overheat either. Both machines displayed the customary 4 bars after warm-up. But TNC 530 noted his fan was coming on more often. Since then he topped up the radiator, and hopefully all is now well. So, how do you get to the radiator? Well, it's quite easy, but make sure the bike is cold. Hot coolant scalds. You have been warned. First of all, remove the back seat. Then remove the front seat. Unclip the right rear panel and ease it forward and away. Now the radiator filler is behind the right front plastic panel. This is held in place with screws. To remove this, there are several black screws and one panel push fit clip and a screw under the battery cover, so you need to remove the battery cover also. Everything is removable with a single T30 Torx driver. It only takes a few minutes once you get used to it. Once removed, you can see the expansion bottle, and this is difficult to read with the panel in place anyway, so it's a good idea to be able to get at it. Caution, again, do not remove the radiator cap if the bike is warm or the engine is running. So, after almost 3,000 miles and 12 months, what would I find? Would my radiator be empty? Had the leak returned? Phew! It seems the loose clip was the cause. 12 months later and no coolant has been lost. Can't help thinking, I wonder who it is that tightens the clip at the factory. Oh well, at least it's sorted, and if my experience helps you, then some good came of it. Codger Biker is out!